Get your films on with the Blurs.
Once an idea has taken hold of the brain, it's almost impossible to eradicate.
Unpacking movies has never been more spot on, woke, fire, and just plain lit.
They are lit all the time.
So if you're unsure whether or not to plop down some cash for a film, check out the Blurs.
When a man with a 45 meets a man with a rifle, the man with a pistol is a dead man.
Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolyte.
You really only need to hang mean bastards. But mean bastards, you need to hang.
Don't say you weren't warned. Ridiculous. Here's Brandon and Jeff.
And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The Film Blurs feature film review.
Let's start with Good Boy. This is
Oh man, I wanted to see that this weekend. I missed it. Oh, fuck.
This is a horror movie where the POV is a dog, and it's 70 minutes, and I liked it. I enjoyed it. I think the concept was good. The dog deserves a Best Actor nomination.
Okay.
It took them 3 years to make it because dogs have the attention span of a gnat.
Of a dog. A dog's a dog.
This should have been a short film.
Okay. I mean,
because
look,
once you find out what's haunting the dog and haunting the owner, you're just like, oh, come on, y'all. The metaphor, like, I get why you did the metaphor, but like, all right, bro.
Look, I mean, a lot of these horror films should be short films. Like, I'm always going to go back to Skinamarink. Fuck that movie. That should have stayed as a short film.
This here, I felt bad because I was so tired the day that I saw this, and it had a Q&A with the director, his wife, who's the producing partner, and the dog. So we couldn't clap or nothing. We had the applause with sign language like this,
right?
Because if you start clapping, dog gonna lose his fucking mind.
Right.
So yeah, like, look, it's. I think this is well made. Too many digital push-ins, because he talked about. The one thing I liked about shooting digitally is, like, if we needed to do a push-in, we could do it in post. And I'm like, yeah, because those digital push-ins suck.
Because you have to, to make a digital push-in work, you have to frame for a digital push-in.
Yeah.
Right? You still have to, like, frame it like you're doing a real push-in.
Yeah, in camera, right? This is why I say you should know as a filmmaker what you want to do. Because a push-in should be done in camera as you're shooting that motherfucker.
Right. And, like, I get it. Sometimes you can't, but, like, if there's a possibility of it, just fucking frame the shit. Right? Just, the rule of thirds, just, like, fucking put it on the third, like, so it looks natural. Like, it looks like a physical push-in. You can do it.
Yeah, that's my only complaint about the movie. A little too long and too many digital push-ins added in post. But listen, I get why people love this movie, and I'm not going to take that away from them. Like, I don't hate it. This is something you should definitely check out. But, like, I'm not. It is what it is.
Okay.
Like, yeah, definitely check it. All right. Well, moving on from that. I think next I'm going to get into damn Good Boy, huh? Good Boy. Let's get into Sentimental Value. This is the new movie from Joachim Trier. It's his follow-up to one of my favorite movies post-pandemic, which is The Worst Person in the World. I thought The Worst Person in the World is a great film. Is this as good as that? No, but I'll give Joaquin this. He knows how to hit you right in the feels, and this does too. Stars Reneve, who was also in Worst Person in the World, but also stars Stellan Skarsgård as her dad, who's a filmmaker because she's an actress, and stars Elle Fanning as an actress. And it is literally about it's a family story about a father trying to reconnect with his daughters because another actress plays the other daughter, and the sisters are close, but they're not close with their dad. And it comes out over the course of the movie. Like, I have a feeling my rating will probably go up once I see this again. And I do have to see it again for various reasons. Yeah, man. Joachim Trier, man, like, this dude knows how to make a movie. I'll tell you that. Uh,
Okay.
Sentimental Value. It drops next month sometime in November. I'm not sure, but I want to do I'll do a longer review once I see this again, because again I have to. I have to really. It's been almost a week since I've seen this, and it was a lot to take in. Plus, the thing in the back of my mind. This thing started so late that I was late for work. You know what I'm saying? Because I went to the city, saw this, skipped out of the Q&A, and came back. Yeah, I really fucking like this movie. It's good. I got to see it in Dolby, so yeah. I'll have more to say later. I just don't have much now. So let's move on to our next review, which I'm going to get into, which is Ballad of a Small Player. I only missed the first 5 minutes because they started late. Yeah, this I've heard how bad it was, and I didn't want to believe because Edward Verger just put out a banger last year with Conclave. And even though I don't really like it, I thought fucking All Quiet on the Western Front, it is a good movie, even though I have my issues with it. And yeah, this sucks. This sucks. It's just watching. Imagine Uncut Gems, except with like you're just there. You're just like sure. It is a weak ass Uncut Gems because you're just watching Colin Farrell, who's a degenerate gambler, put himself through the ringer in Macau.
Sure.
And then once there's a reveal that happens, and I'm like, well, that's not all surprising because like you guys laid it on a little too thick. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that surprising. Whatever. Like it is what it is. Like at least he got another dope vocal Bertelman score. I was like, Volker put his foot into this score, unlike for what he did with House of Dynamite, where he just sent Catherine the leftovers from Conclave. This drops in theaters. I think it's this week or next week. Hold on, let me Google this real quick. Yeah, look, I don't know how you make a movie with Tilda Swinton and what's my man's name? Colin Farrell, and you just put out something so uninteresting, man. Like really interesting. Let me see. This hits theaters October. Yeah, next week. So it hits theaters next week. And then it'll hit theaters next week. Netflix October 29th.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Look. Hope Edward Verger's next movie's good, because his next movie's going to be a thriller with Brad Pitt, where his wife and daughter come from an international trip, and the daughter's by herself, and the wife is missing. So him and the daughter go on a quest to go find his wife. I'm like, that sounds cool. So yeah,
I'm down for it.
Ballad of a Small Player. It'll be on Netflix.
Netflix in the month, yeah.
Netflix, aka Netflix, you're greenlit. Honestly, I should have started off the main review with this movie, so I'll get into it now. I saw this French film, A Private Life, stars Jodie Foster. She's speaking French the entire movie. By Rebecca Zolwiski. I think I butchered her name. I haven't seen any of her other films. All right, so Jodie Foster plays a psychiatrist named Lillian Steiner. One of her patients, she's really just a haughty person. One of her patients dies, and Paula, who was one of her patients, her daughter comes by, and her daughter Lillian is just like, yo, I think she was murdered, and hands her this note, and the note is very erratic, and so she starts doing a little digging, and she gets all caught up, tied into this mystery of whether she was murdered or not. And it's funny, it's heartfelt. I like the mystery, quite frankly. Like A Private Life, it has double meaning here. But yeah, like it's a nice little French film. I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? It's completely fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with completely fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't seen Jodie Foster that locked in a minute since True Detective. Like she's locked in, and she she was present during the Q&A, because most of the time when big celebrities do these Q&As, they're just there kind of half-assing it, but she was present. I did feel bad for her though, because once the Q&A was done, we were all trying to get out of there, and there was this one dude who was just talking her ear off, showing her a book that I guess she knew about or some shit, and I was just like, you could tell she was getting a little annoyed, and I'm like,
right, like she wanted to be the fuck out of there.
yeah, man. I'm just like, like,
It's just, like, look, you had all these, the whole entire half hour to ask whatever question you had, right?
yeah, man, yeah. So, A Private Life, that's dropping soon. All right, and now we're gonna get into a big movie, and this movie came out. It premiered at Toronto, and it got shitted on, by a lot of people I respected. So I was expecting the worst. Look, I'm gonna say this, like I really enjoyed this shit. Frankenstein, Guillmero del Toro's Frankenstein. I like this a lot. This is very much a adaptation of the novel, and not like what they did in the 30s, where it was just Igor helping
Right.
Dr. Frankenstein. No, this is the novel, because I had to read that book in high school. Honestly, this is like the second faithful adaptation after Kenneth Branagh does it. Like, this feels hand in hand with Crimson Peak and Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula, quite frankly. My only complaint about this shit's too long. Otherwise, like, this might be the best performance Jacob Elordi has ever given.
Really?
Yeah, because you know who he plays, right?
Doesn't he play the monster or not?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Victor in this movie, like, Victor has been made, somewhat sympathetic in every portrayal of this story. This is the first time where I've seen Victor played by Oscar Isaac. Victor's just a straight up piece of shit, where you're watching it and you're just like, man, fuck you, man. Fuck you. God damn.
Yeah. Yeah, because like in the movies, you can't make the monster the hero, right? Like,
Well,
but if you
Del Toro don't
you
give a fuck.
right? Like if you go by the book, it's like, yeah, he's a mad scientist who's digging up bodies trying to create life, right?
Oh,
That's
dog. You should the montage of him stitching the body together. I was looking around and people were gagging and squirming, and I'm sitting there laughing. I'm like, this is awesome. It is so
like, what,
disgusting.
What did you expect? What did these motherfuckers? You went to Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein movie. You've seen all of his other shit, or you should have. Even going back to a Kronos, right? Like, come on, man.
I mean, even Blade 2 is disgusting at points.
Yeah. So,
yo, the opening fight between all the soldiers on the ship, because that's how the book is. It's a framed narrative story that's set in Antarctica, and you're getting all the backstory told to you by Frankenstein. And then what's different about this one? Eventually, the monster tells his side of the story.
Oh, okay.
So, what I like though is like the opening battle between the sailors and the monster. I'm like, damn, this shit is hard. Like, I was like, damn, the monster, bro. I was like, this nigga is like basically Superman. Just,
I mean, look, he's constructed, right? Like,
I will say that, like, my main problems with this, again, too long. Like this, and I get it. The book, it's a meaty book, and the postmodern Prometheus is a lot. You know what I mean? Mary Shelley wrote a long ass novel, but also, like, damn, Guillmero, like, this shit could have been a tad bit shorter. Also, the CG, this movie is expensive, and the one thing I appreciate is Guillmero shot this all on sets. These sets are built. The gothic aesthetic that he's known for is all over this, and I'm like, this is amazing to see these type of sets today. But there's certain instances where he has to use CG, and the CG is fucking horrible. Where I'm just like, God damn, bro.
Well, at least got made.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, how extensive is the CG though?
There's a couple of sequences, man, where I'm just like, oh boy. but that's the one thing I love about this movie is like, yo, you empathize with literally every single character except for Victor. So when Victor starts doing all of his Victor shit, everybody's like, man, fuck you. Even like, fuck you. Yeah. This hits theaters at the end of the month, and then we'll be hitting Netflix like right around Thanksgiving. They're doing 35 millimeter prints too.
All right, so at least it's like, I'm guessing it's just going to be playing at the Paris, right?
Yeah, the
Or is it gonna
Paris,
be...
the Angelica. Also, if you there's going to be a few IMAXs that are going to be showing it, and I'm like, yeah, of course. Though all the IMAXs near us are AMC. I was just like, if we want to see this in IMAX, we got to find a Regal. Got to find a Regal.
So I mean, if you're not going to the city, then I guess the closest is King of Prussia. Yeah.
There is no IMAX, Regal IMAX in the city. All the IMAXs in the city are AMCs.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
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 Right.
Yeah.
King of Prussia then.
Unless you're going to the outer boroughs, I think there might be a few in Brooklyn and Queens that are Regal IMAXs. But yeah, all of them in Manhattan, they're all AMCs. Yeah, man, I highly like. I don't know why people don't like this movie. Like, somebody's got to tell me. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed this.
I think it's because their hopes were so fucking high. And here's the thing: this is one of those properties where no matter what you do, you're not going to make people happy. Like, it's one of those types of movies. Because how many iterations of Frankenstein have we gotten through television, movies, plays, comic books, blah, 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 blah. Everyone's expectations are so high, but also so all over the place that that it wasn't going to win when it came to critics.
Yeah.
For the most part.
We'll see, man, because there's a lot of people who fucking were really looking forward to this when it premiered at Toronto, and it just I'm very disappointed by my fellow critical brethren. I'm just like, y'all, I don't know. This is a Guillmero del Toro movie through and through, and it's a big budget Guillmero del Toro. Like, I understand why this went to Netflix. You know what I'm saying? Because adapting the novel is one thing. Like, if people nowadays, they want an action-oriented Frankenstein, not this.
Not an elegantly crafted, nuanced portrayal of what it's like to be human. Yeah, why would they want that?
And people are shitting on it because they're just like, all the subtext is text. Like, it is as subtle as a brick hitting your head. I'm like, you know what? Sometimes that works better. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ. Like I know the movie hits you over the head that Victor's the real monster, and the monster is more human than Victor. But you know what, man? That's the whole point of the novel. Who cares if the subtext is now text? Who cares?
But here's where we come with the expectation shit, right? Right? So if it were too subtle and too nuanced, people would complain that it's too heady, it's too fucking art school, like it's too blah 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 blah. This movie was never going to win with a lot of people.
Oh yeah, because I'll be real with you. If this was a studio movie, they would have a flop on their hands. Because like people, this is not. Look, this is Frankenstein the novel, and if you know the novel, you know what you're in for.
Right. If you want an action movie, then I think go on Tubi, go on Shudder. There's probably like 15 different versions where Frankenstein has machine gun.
Also, I would like to say Mia Goth has never been more right for a director than Guillmero del Toro. Like, she just fits in to his shit.
Mia Goth looks like a Guillermo del Toro creation, right? Like, she looks like what beautiful looks like in his world. You know, like, I don't know if that makes sense, but like, if he were to draw, if you were going to his mind and he were to sketch out what he thought a beautiful woman looked like, it would be Mia Goth. Not that I'm calling Mia Goth ugly
She
at
is
all.
a interesting looking woman. She's
She is a unique.
gorgeous,
She's
but
unique.
yeah, she's gorgeous, but you've never seen a woman like that before. I
Right.
will
She's
say
unique.
too, thank you, Gore Verbinski, for giving us Mia Goth. That's what I'll say. Thanks, Gore.
Wait, that's Gore Verbinski's daughter?
No, he put her on. She was her first role was in A Cure for Wellness, a movie
Really?
that only I like.
I watched about 20 minutes of it. I was like, I like this, but I don't have time to finish this.
I mean, I get it. It's not a pleasant watch, and it's also almost 3 hours of you watching somebody be trapped in a mental hospital and then be gaslit into thinking they're crazy when they're really doing. I don't want to give away what they're really doing, but when it's revealed, you're like, oh, this is fucking insane.
Right. So like, I've never gone back to it, not because I didn't like what I saw. It's just because it's a time investment, and I wanted to give it what it deserved.
All right. Let's get into our two big ones. So we're gonna start with Roofman. Yeah, I'll be real with you, man. I really did dig Roofman. Like, this might be the one Derek Cianfrance movie I'll watch over and over again. Which is funny to say that, because this movie, for anybody else making this would be a heavy ass movie. And the fact that he made a crowd pleasing movie. Well, I can't even say it's crowd pleasing, but like, he made a movie that's light, relatively light.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I'm not familiar with his other work, but
Derek Cianfrance?
Yeah.
So he's the dude who did Blue Valentine, A Place Beyond the Pines.
Shit.
I didn't even watch his miniseries, because I remember when that dropped, people were like, well, it's not that good, and this is definitely something we don't want to watch right now, because that came out in April during the height of the pandemic, and people were like, this is the saddest shit I've ever seen in my life.
All right. 'Cause I'm sorry. I am familiar with his work. I just I didn't connect the name, but I watching the first parts of this movie, right? The beginning, it almost, I wanted to say it was the most feel-good film I've seen in a while, but then you realize it's like, this is not a feel-good film.
No.
Right?
No, but it definitely is, like, I think a movie people are going to enjoy, just because for a lot of it, it's enjoyable to watch.
Right. Watching this, I'm enjoying watching Channing Tatum do his thing, but always in the back of my mind knowing this is not going to end well. Right?
I gotta say, dude, he's becoming one of our finest actors, because, like, he is doing a great job in this fucking movie.
So I'm going to pinpoint the one scene in the movie where I could see, like, oh, Jesus Christ, this man is a fucking actor, right? It was in the church towards the end.
Oh, he starts crying?
Right? Like the lip tremble and like him holding back that tear, you felt that, right?
Yeah, because that's when he realizes, oh, this is gone. This is all gonna get crushed.
Right. And so, like, all the acting was in his fucking face, and you felt that. I was like, oh wow, this, like, he's just not pretty. He's always been like a competent actor,
right? But he's just been for a long time. Channing was just thought of as the pretty guy who used to be a stripper, and now he's charismatic. And then what really turned him into being an actor was, like, we gotta give it to Jonah Hill. Like, Jonah Hill really gave that dude the space, because 21 Jump Street is when we all started taking him seriously, where we're like, oh, not only can he act, but he's also funny. And now, like, this is, like, literally, I think, his best role, where I'm just like, damn, this dude is an actor.
Right. Yeah, 100%. And I've said this before, in the real world, if you can do comedy well, you can do drama.
Yeah, I mean,
right? Because it's a fine line between the two of them.
Right. And
if you can do one, you can do.
He's
the
starting
other.
to do auteur movies, and it's crazy to think that he was in a Tarantino movie. Like that's real crazy to think too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Derek Cianfrance, he saw something in him that we never did because he wanted to. He was originally supposed to do Blue Valentine, and he turned it down because he's just like, I don't think I could do this. And
Right.
20 years later, he's like, yeah, because my screening had a Q&A, and he was just like, yeah, I wasn't comfortable with doing that, but now that I'm older, 20 years later, and been through a bunch of failed relationships, I definitely could have did that role now in my sleep. But you know what? Not that. Listen, Ryan Gosling killed it though.
Yeah. So like I am 100% looking forward to this next phase of Channing Tatum.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Derek Cianfrance's next film. I'm like, bro, this is the type of shit that we want from you. And don't get me wrong, I love Blue Valentine. I love Place Beyond the Pines.
Right.
But those movies are difficult.
Dour.
And I mean difficult. Same thing with the movie he made with Michael Fassbender and Alicia Vikander. I can't remember what it's called, but that one too was also, I was just like, Jeez Louise. And I still haven't watched the show he did with Mark Ruffalo.
Was that on HBO?
Yeah, that was the last thing he did, and people were just like, yeah, or y'all put this out at the wrong time. And I just never got around to watching it because apparently people also said like it just sitting through all that misery wasn't worth where the journey ends, which is funny because that show is based off a book, and people say that is one of the best books ever written.
Yeah, I mean, look, timing's everything.
Yeah, man. Hold on, I'm gonna Google it. You go ahead and talk.
Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed Roofman, but it is even if you don't know the story because it's based on a true story. Even if you don't know how the story ends, you know it's not going to end well. And that's where that gut punch at the end happens, right? Like, because you're watching this whole entire thing and
I mean,
like,
it's a gut
don't
punch
do
twice because it's his OG family and now his newfound family.
Right.
But also, he should have known better. Like, anybody else would have been like, all right, well, let's
like,
get out of here and then let's regroup and let me figure out a way to keep in contact.
In my screening, right, I was so frustrated that I actually threw up my hands. Right
when he went back.
When he went back, but no, like in the robbery, the last robbery.
Oh, the Buddha
I was like,
store?
oh, come on.
Yeah, I was just like, you're a fucking idiot, man. Like that whole shit was stupid. And then the dentist office, I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So even though this is predictable, right, it's an enjoyable ride, and it is heartfelt. It is the thing about this movie that's fantastic. It's earnest.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't feel contrived or constructed. And even though technically the main character is a bad dude, you get it.
Yeah. Yeah, because he suffers what we're all suffering through, which is capitalism. Like, and he served the country. That's what the thing that sucks is like, homie served the country, didn't get shit. His his wife treats him like shit. And then to provide, he has to start doing robberies. But since he was doing robberies with a gun, now he's classified as a dangerous criminal. And because, you know,
it was a kidnapping. It was a kidnapping charge because he put all of them in the freezer.
Right.
Yeah. But like if this dude was, you know, if things turned out better, he'd be running a Fortune 500 company. He's that smart.
Yeah, because he is a doofus who just made some bad choices. Is all.
Right. He's a smart doofus, but yeah, I honestly would watch this again and again and again. Right, even though knowing how it's going to end, it's getting there. That's enjoyable.
I want to say this about Roofman before I get into Derek Cianfrance real quick. Roofman, the script is predictable. We've seen this movie before, but this is what we talk about well executed biopics, because when they're executed this well, they end up
Right.
being some of the best ever made. And because, and even though, like Jeff said, it is predictable and you know where it's gonna go, it's the execution and and this is all on the director. And this
Mhm.
is what I'm talking. This is the difference between Roofman and the difference between Tron Ares. It's all on the director. And when a director has a strong point of view, a vision, knows how to actually get a performances from his actors, from their from their actors,
Mhm.
you get Roofman.
Right. And I hope this is successful. Right? I hope people use this as counter programming to whatever is coming out.
Tron.
Is it coming out? It's coming out this week. Yeah, versus Tron. Like this is great counter programming to Tron. Like we're not even talking quality wise, right? But also like if you're not in it for the action, right? If you don't want big sci-fi spectacle, this is a nice grounded movie for adults. And like I said before, even though it's not a feel good movie, you feel good watching it.
And you know what? I was in it the whole time. Like I was never once
100%.
I was never once bored. Never once was I bored or taken out or thinking some
Yeah.
other shit. I was in it, man.
Yeah.
I was in it.
There was no checking of the watch. And even though it's like 2 hours and 10 minutes, you enjoy every minute of it. So it doesn't feel like 2 hours and 10 minutes.
What I really love too is that Derek Cianfrance, the reason why, because the TV show was called I Know This Much Is True with
Mhm.
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, I remember people talking about it, but like I never got around to it.
So the thing I love about it is that after doing that, he took his sweet ass time because he talked about it. This was a 4-year process of just getting the script right because he co-wrote this script.
Mhm.
And and he even said he was like, after doing I Know This Much Is True and seeing the reaction, and then having not only my fellow colleagues who I don't want to name because y'all know these people, and he was
Mhm.
saying just my immediate family was just like, bro, that was such a fucking bummer at the wrong time. That's why it took him so long, because he found out about this story because his producing partner gave him this story, and he's like, no way, this
Mhm.
is fucking true. And he researched it, and he's just like, oh, holy shit, this is true. So he
Mhm.
went around talking to everybody he could, including the Roofman himself, who's still in prison. And
Until 2036.
yeah, which fucking breaks my heart. I'm like, yo, people get out for more serious charges, and this guy's rotting. That's fucking shameful. Anyways, he specifically said he looked for something in his wheelhouse that people could enjoy, even though it's still dark. And I'm like, it shows. It shows. Also, like, I gotta say, shout out to Derek for shooting on film because you could see
Yeah,
the
you can see it.
grain and the
You can see
stock.
it.
Like, it's grainy as shit. And I'm like, I appreciate that. Um,
Also, like everybody's life goal should to have Channing Tatum play them in a movie, because I just looked up what Jeffrey Manchester
oh
looks
well, they
like.
show him what he looks like during the credits.
Oh,
Because did you
dude,
stick
like
around for the credits?
I just stick around for that. Like
Yeah,
after the title
they
card came
showed
up.
they showed all this interview footage with the real people, what the real
Okay.
people looked like, and they were doing all these interviews, and everybody's like, "Look, he was a nice guy." You know what I mean? Even now, like
Right.
we'd still welcome him with open arms. Like everybody's talking. Like even now that the Kirsten Dunst character, even though that now that she's married, she's like, "Yeah, I still love him." Uh,
Right.
my girls still want to hang out with him when he gets out of prison. Like they still love him. They think of him as the real dad. And I was just like, this is the real person saying this shit. Just
Right.
let him go, bro. Like even the Ben Mendelsohn plays a pastor in this movie, and even the real life pastor was like, yeah, when he gets out of prison, like yo, we plan on inviting him back to our flock. Like he's coming back. Like he was, maybe just because he did some awful things doesn't mean he's not a good person. Like we
Right.
love him, and I'm just like, god damn.
And like, here's a shout out to Ben Mendelsohn, because I'm so used to seeing him play an asshole that it's kind of refreshing to see him just play a good guy.
Yeah, yeah. So the movie that he did before this was Light Between the Oceans. I remember seeing this movie, and it's about Michael Fassbender playing a lighthouse keeper and his wife, played by Alicia Vikander, they find an infant girl and they raise this girl as their own. And then years later, the baby's real parents show up and it's just like,
Yeah, that sounds depressing as shit.
It's a good movie, but yeah. Look, Cianfrance, you look at his CV, they're all sad ass movies. Blue Valentine, The Place Beyond the Times. I didn't even know this. I've seen the movie. I don't know how I missed this. He wrote and produced Sound of Metal. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense because that movie's fucking sad as shit too.
Right.
So this is his first movie where you're not going to walk out you'll be bummed out, but not bummed out in a different way. You're frustrated at the justice system more than anything.
Yeah, but like you'll leave like feeling good about life.
Yeah. This is Roofman comes to me highly recommended. Like I say, it's worth your time to go see this in the theater, and please support it in the theater because I would rather get more of this, like more like well-made biopics like this. You're not gonna change your world, but it's nice to see something like this come from a studio. Also, he wrote this for Channing.
100%.
I don't know if you know that, Jeff. He said that in the Q&A. Nah. He wrote this specifically for Channing.
Yeah,
and Channing said yes.
I see it.
And Channing said yes because he's like, yeah, I read the script, but like I fucked up on not doing Blue Valentine. I wasn't gonna fuck up doing it again.
Right. But yeah, no, I'm glad they finally got together because this was enjoyable.
Yeah. Kirsten Dunst was there too for the Q&A, and her reputation precedes her, dog, because the whole time she was being the chairs that they had for them to sit in for the Q&A, they're old. Right. You know what I mean? So they're old and they're a little broken. And she just would not stop talking about her broken chair the entire time. And I'm just like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Like I didn't know she was notoriously difficult because I don't keep up with her.
Yeah, she's known to be a bit of a diva, and I'm just like, you know, like, and they even said like her and Channing have been doing every single talk show. They're burnt out, they're tired, and at one point during the Q&A, Channing accidentally calls her Kristen instead of Kirsten, and she's like, "Look at that, you're so tired, you're messing up my name," and I'm just like, yo, like fucking,
like come on,
come on, like yo, like. Jesus. All right, yeah. But yeah, go Roofman.
Yeah, definitely go out and see this in the theater. Support movies out in the theaters, right? I can't stress that enough. I know you can watch it a million different ways, but you have to go and show that theaters are still viable so we can still have theaters.
I do think I want to say too, it's nice to see Melanie Diaz back in a movie because I haven't seen her in a minute. Melanie Diaz, that was Channing Tatum's first wife in the movie.
Right, but what was the last thing we saw her in?
Yeah, exactly. So when she popped up, I was like, holy shit, it's been a long time since you were on screen, girl.
I was like, I want to say and she wasn't even in End of Watch, but I for some reason that appeal.
You know what cracked me up though? You know what cracked me up was the lady with the silver hair that Channing Tatum first encounters, because you could tell she was totally into him. And he's like, "Hey, let's ask Kirsten Dunst's character if she's gonna go," and he's like, "Oh," and then you hear her say, "Well, she's busy helping somebody right now." Like, yeah, she was all over him, bro.
Let's see. Hold on. Oh my God. Yeah, she hasn't. The last thing of note that she was in was she was in an episode of American Horror Stories.
Okay.
And then before that, like the reboot of Charmed.
Okay.
And the first Purge.
All right.
So the first Purge was like her last movie, and that was 2018.
Yeah. So it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
So I hope you work more now. You know. Ryan, why don't you put her back in another movie, man? Like she broke out from Fruitvale Station. Like put her in another movie, bro.
I mean, look, there was no room for her in Sinners, but whatever he's working on next.
So let's get into our final review. Jesus Christ.
You hated this thing.
Tron Ares.
All right. So let me start with the positive things about this movie. Acting's on point, for the most part.
Barely. And I don't even blame the actors. That is on the director.
Right. I love seeing a subdued Jared Leto.
This is not Jared's fault. This is in the writing and the directing, but I have some problems with his performance.
Okay.
And it's not on him.
Fair.
That's not even on him. It's the way the character is characterized.
Right. I mean, it should have been an evolution, right?
Okay, so there we go. So that's my main problem, because an AI becoming sentient and getting human feelings, we should see more emotion.
Right. Like as he's going through his adventure,
yeah,
he should have more of a personality.
Yo, the T-800 had more of a personality by the end of Terminator 2 than Ares does.
Right. Yeah, 100%, right? But I thought Jared Leto was going to be the worst part of the movie. And he wasn't. As a whole, I liked that this was a smaller movie. Right?
I don't. Like,
I like that it was more personal.
The whole hook of this is, the grid invades the real world, and not really.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the trailer sold, right?
And that's what the original movie was supposed to be. That was Tron Ascension, where the grid finally invaded the real world and all hell breaks loose.
Which we know that's going to be this fourth movie. Right, that's Tron Ascension.
You were right there, though. You guys were right fucking there, and they canceled it because of two things. Tomorrowland came out and bricked, and then 2, they had just bought Marvel and Star Wars, so they're like, "Oh well, we don't need Tron." Now look at you.
I mean, like, Tron Ares is pretty much cyberpunk Pinocchio.
The thing that really sucks about this is the fact that just unceremoniously they write out Sam. Like, and the reason they write him out is just so insane, where I'm like, wait, what? So for those of you who don't know, fucking Sam, they do this whole little opening in the grid, and it takes you they yada 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 everything in the first 5 minutes. So the reason why Sam and Garrett Hedlund is not in this movie is because he had to go take care of a personal problem, and he resigned from NCOM as the CEO. And I'm like, okay, fine, I guess. But then they introduced Greta Lee's character, and I love Greta Lee, great actress, and she takes over. But then it's never stated why her. What's so important about her? The only thing we know about her is that she has a dead sister that believed in Flynn. And that's what her whole character is based around. And I'm like, the way y'all present this is so emotionless, excuse me, and makes me not give a shit about the character in general. And it doesn't help that you have Arturo there. And I love Arturo, but he is we didn't need him at all. Sidekick, and he just does not work.
Right, like you could have excised his whole entire character. It's the same thing
with
movie.
What's my man's name? Who was the co-CEO?
Hassan.
Hassan. Yeah, Hassan. I was just like, what are you? He's another one where I'm like, what is with this character? And it's not him. It's just like
what they do.
Yeah, it's like everything in this movie is so underwritten to the point where it's like it feels like a first draft. Mind you, I found out yesterday, 15 motherfuckers worked on this script.
That's 15 people, and that's what they got?
15 people over the course of the time between Legacy and this. So 15 people over 15 years. So the dude who ends up having the story credit, ends up having the screenplay credit, Jesse Wigtuku, he is a script doctor. So this is his first actual screenwriting credit. And the other dude who has the story by credit, who shares it with this guy, I read an interview recently. He's like, yeah, I'm only have a story by credit is because they took the Ascension script and just took Ares out of the Ascension script and the concept of the grid invading the real world, and that's it. That's why I get a story by credit. I was just like, wow, this dude has a more notable CV than the dude who is the sole screenwriter credit.
Right.
Because he's a script doctor, and I'm looking through all of his scripts that he doctored on. I'm like, some of these are fine at best.
Right. Yeah. And I think that's the biggest thing about this movie, right? It's fine. Right? You hate it, right?
Because,
but to
man,
me, it's fine.
You guys canceled Tron Ascension. You guys had and as a filmmaker, Joseph Kosinski has grown immensely, and that's not even to say like he was bad to begin with. I just think the material wasn't there for him to make a great film. Now that he's getting the materials, he's making great films, and he's grown as a filmmaker. It's wild to me that you guys picked Joachim Roning.
I don't even know what this dude's done before.
So the original director of this was Gareth Davies, and Gareth Davies, he did Lion, and he did the movie we saw last year, Foe. He also did hold on. He also did Mary Magdalene, and I was just like, okay, all right. He has more. Look, we didn't like Foe, but I will say at least Foe had the performances and the visual look. So I'm like, well, at least we would have known the performances would have been much better. And Joachim Roning, he's just Disney's in-house guy. Like him and his directing partner, they are getting burned off a movie that came out now fucking almost 20 years ago. It came out in it's called Kon-Tiki. They did a Kon-Tiki movie, and it was nominated for Best Foreign Film at the Oscars. People loved it. And ever since then, they've been doing these run-of-the-mill. Hold on, I'm gonna bring up his CD because he's a Disney guy.
Okay, that's it's all right. So while he's looking that up,
so here we go. I got it.
Okay.
So yeah, they did Kon-Tiki. People loved. Their first movie was Banditas, which was terrible. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Nah.
Have you seen it?
I think I saw it once. I can't remember anything about it.
Yeah, it was Salma Hayek and Penelope Cruz.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It was a Western, right?
Yeah. Then they did Kon-Tiki, which people loved. And I was like, yeah, it's fine. It's on Tubi if you want to watch it. They did a few episodes of Marco Polo. And then the last movie these guys directed together, because the other person is Espen Sandberg. They did Pirates 5 together.
Haven't seen Pirates 5.
Yeah, exactly. I can't. It's so blasé, and I remember watching that movie. I was just like, sure, it's just another fucking Pirates movie. And then he split off from his directing partner. So the first movie he does solo is Maleficent, Mistress of Evil.
Was that the sequel to?
Yeah.
All right.
Then he did Young Woman in the Sea, which I was like, oh yeah, that was a decent movie. And now
Daisy Ridley, right? The one where she's a swimmer. Yeah.
But nothing in that would suggest let me give him Tron. Like this is just Disney's now go-to live action filmmaker for when nobody wants the job, we can get him. There's nothing in this. Like I knew we were in trouble when this movie has opening credits. And the opening credits feel like it's straight from a direct-to-video sequel. Because every Tron movie, all you get is the title card and the movie goes.
Well, I mean, like the whole entire on the last episode of Tron, like previously on Tron, they did that with Legacy too.
Barely. They were filling in the gaps. This one is literally explaining away why nobody from the previous two outside of Jeff Bridges is in this. Like the fact that I think it's telling that this movie only got made because of Jared Leto. That's why Jared Leto is a producer on this. He really wanted to do Tron because when he was casted, it was still Joseph Kosinski doing Tron Ascension. And in that script, Ares was the villain, and he was leading the war on the real world. So they took
Gotcha.
the character of Ares and that concept of the grid coming to the real world, and now Ares is the main character, and the concept is still there. And it's just like, man, y'all really whiffed this, because I don't even mind that Ares is the main character. I don't even mind that Jared, like, now that I've seen the movie, I'm like, I don't even mind Jared Leto. It's literally
Right.
the execution of the script and the direction, because Jared Leto's performance is just flat throughout the whole thing. Doesn't really have an arc other than like, hey, this is messed up and I feel
Right.
human emotions now, so I'm gonna rebel. That's basically it. And them invading the real world doesn't happen until the end of the movie, and it is not even that. I thought it was going to be more than what it is. It's just basically a recognizer. It's just a single recognizer, and I'm like,
because like in the trailer they make it look like it's war.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
It's
man.
it's literally just them trying to get Greta Lee.
And it gets old real fast, because
Yeah.
like after that, like there's like, I'll give it this. There's two great sequences I love. There's the light cycle chase in the real world, which was cool.
Right.
And then the chase in the grid I thought was really cool, where Ares is helping Greta Lee escape.
Right.
But otherwise, even the third act with the recognizer, I was like, this feels hella small for a movie that it looks expensive, but the movie feels so small, and it feels like a direct-to-video movie. I am shocked that like 15 years, this is the best that we could get.
And like I don't mind the fact that it's a small film, right? Like I kind of
I do.
appreciated that.
Because the second one was so big, the first one's so big. Like the grid is huge in both of those movies, and they feel like epic adventures. And then, like somebody else said it, they're like, you know, there's only about 20 minutes in the grid, and the rest of this is in the real world, and it's mostly people in offices or people at computers, and it's just,
Right.
it is.
So I think for me the biggest sin for this movie is it is definitely a setup for a next film, right? This is a placeholder film. It's like, all right, we've laid it all out.
We could have did this much better. Like, yo, I look, again, I have nothing against Greta Lee. I'm just questioning her character. Like, I don't understand why they swapped that. Like, that easily could have been Sam. Like, that could have been Sam this entire movie. You know what I'm saying?
But also, like, they had that whole entire newsreel in the beginning. Not once did they mention like child prodigy.
Right.
Greta, like, just why?
Like, or she was close to the Flynn family, or that
Like,
she was like,
right.
yeah.
Like, why? Like, there's I think that's the biggest problem you have with it, and like one of the biggest problems of the story itself is it never
justifies its own existence.
Right. It never asks why. Like, it never tells you why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. It never tells you why. Like, I don't need in a complicated backstory, but just something to anchor. Right. Like, why is Ares? Why is he all of a sudden? Does he want to get into the real world? And I thought in the beginning of the movie, right, when we're showing him get trained or whatever like that,
right?
I thought, like, is he based on someone's actual personality? I thought it was going to be something where they kind of scanned a real warrior's mind and put it in there. And then, like, maybe he was having flashbacks to being human. And so, like, the AI and the human personality trying to reconcile. I thought it was going to be some shit like that.
I'm having another question, which is for the Dillingers. You know what I'm saying? Because Evan Peters plays the grandson of the original Dillinger, and his mom is played by oh man, what's her name?
Gillian Anderson.
Yeah, Gillian Anderson.
Right.
You in just the last movie we had Cillian Murphy as Ed Dillinger Jr. Not once is it mentioned what's good with him, because during Tron Legacy, he was the one running NCOM until Sam at the end of the movie took the company back.
Right.
So I'm asking myself, well, where's Ed Jr.? And I'm not trying to shit on Jillian or Evan, because honestly, out of everybody, they gave the best performances. But even their characters are so one note. Like, Dillinger,
And
like
like,
Evan Peters is having a great time, but he's just like, I gotta kill Greta Lee's character and get the permanence code. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. And fucking Gillian Anderson, one note too. She's like, you fucking up. You fucking up.
right.
You're gonna get us in trouble.
She's
You're fucking
wasted.
up.
Honestly, she's wasted.
Yeah.
She's wasted in this fucking movie.
Yeah, man. It is. This feels like somebody's first script, quite frankly. Like there's no character.
Technically, it is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah. But it's crazy to me that Disney is always arm's length with this series. And it takes outside forces for another Tron to come together. We finally get another Tron, thanks to Jared Leto, thanks to Sean Bailey. And this is the best y'all could come up with. Like, outside of, like, yeah, visually, parts of this is cool. And other parts of it, visually, I'm like, this looks cheap as shit. But, like, the 9 Inch Nails score should not be the best thing about this. And I love that score, and it fits, but, like, damn, y'all. Like, even, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I was so excited for Kevin Flynn cameo, and when he shows up, I was just like, "Oh, now I see why Jeff Bridges was upset, because when he shows up, it does feel like a reshoot. Like that feels like something they added in last minute." And
100%.
It's because Kevin Flynn was never in the original script. By the way,
because he blew up in the last movie.
I mean, but here's the thing. Apparently, Joseph Kosinski said they found a workaround for that, where Jeff was going to be back in the movie as a co-lead for when he was going to do Tron Ascension. Here's the thing, too. What's crazy? Bruce Boxleitner, he plays the title character, Tron. He also plays Alan Bradley, which is Tron's real-life counterpart. Neither Alan nor Tron are in this movie at all. So you have a Tron movie without Tron. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, look, because... like I said, this is a setup for the fourth movie, because at the end of Legacy, right, Tron, Rinsler or whatever like that, right, he saves the day and he's falling through the water, but we never see him dissolve.
Right,
there was
we
no
know he was
resolution.
coming back.
Right, we know he's coming back, so he's going to be back for the fourth one. Right,
because Bruce Boxleitner, he even said he's like going around now to all these conventions. He's like, please see this movie because I want to be in the fourth movie. I'm not in this one, but I need you guys to please see this so that way we can do a fourth one and I can come back, because I am Tron. I will always be Tron. I'm like, God damn, bro. Jeff Bridges and Bruce Boxleitner should not be going around begging people to do this movie. But yeah, the faces of this franchise should not be going around begging to be in this.
And like, it's because this is all set up for the eventual fourth one, right? Even at the end of this one, right? Like, because they never mention the Olivia Wilde character until the very end, and they show a picture of her.
Oh, see, I missed that because I had to bail.
Yeah, I thought that didn't even seem like a post credit.
When she started reading the postcard, I was listening to it because I had to the screening. The next screening was literally starting, and I had to go. So I stayed around till I saw the credits started rolling. So I was half paying attention, but I also. The Disney rep was right there as I got to the bottom of the steps, and she's like, "Where are you going? The movie's not over." And I had to talk to her. They're like, "Yo, as soon as the credits start rolling, I got to dip because another screening is literally starting in like 2 minutes." And she's like, "Well, you're gonna miss the post-credit scene." I'm like, I remember she telling me that, and I'm like, "Why the fuck does this have a post-credit scene, man?"
The post-credit scene is Evan Peters. What was the dude in the first Tron? The dude with the helmet and the red V or whatever like that.
That's
David
Warner. That's he was Dillinger in the real world, and I can't remember what his digital counterpart was. Right. Hold on, let me Google that. Because everybody, that's the thing about Tron. What I liked about the first one, anyway, is that you got a digital counterpart in the grid as you did in the real world. So you played 2 roles. So Jeff Bridges played Clue, in both Tron, so he's Kevin Flynn and Clue in both movies. He was Sark.
Okay, so the post credit scene at the end of Tron Ares, spoiler alert, is Evan Peters going into like the Dillinger grid because there's apparently there's two grids.
Yeah, that didn't make
right?
no sense. I like that threw me out. I was like, what the
Right.
what?
So every network is a different grid. I
Yo,
assume. Right? I assume.
You guys made it way too. They made it way too complicated, bro.
Or they could have just said like just call it like every grid
network.
is like a country. right?
Or a network, a different network, we could say.
Or different
like
network.
You got your home network, I got my own network at home.
Right. Because they never explain why the Incom network is blue, right?
And then Dillinger's
and then
red.
This is red, right? They never explain that. Right?
Yeah, because when Greta Lee goes into the Dillinger grid, she gets a blue suit. She's not red.
Right. So that
you would think she would be red too.
That could have just been a line of dialogue, right? It's like whenever grid, like so every grid is like a country, right? And so whatever, like every network's a different country, different color grid, and shit like that. And then if you are from wherever you go, you're still from your home grid, right? So that could have been an easily explanation. But at the end of the movie, Evan Peters grabs his disc and he transforms into Sarn or whatever.
So he transforms into Sark. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the post credit. Like they're not even a full transformation. We just see like him transforming and then cut to like, oh, he's screaming at the sky and cut to black.
I'm gonna be real with you. The MCP, the Master Control Program, was much cooler in the first movie than it is here.
Mm-hmm. Because like the Master Control Program in this one is Ares, right?
No.
Like,
oh yeah, well, that's what I hate, because the Master Control Program in the first movie is the big giant talking face, and they do that again in this one, and the face is Evan Peters talking to them in the grid. But for some reason, he's not the Master Control Program, even though he is controlling this shit.
Right,
because
like
Ares. Like it makes it. You see what I mean? I was just like, y'all motherfuckers did not think one thing through, bro, at all.
So, and let's like the thing that kind of like that was needless, or they definitely cut this out. So when they're attacking, when the first attack on the Incom grid, right, the hack. Right? The dude who gets hurt, right? Like the
Cameron Monaghan, because everybody keeps asking me like, yo, is Cameron Monaghan, does he have a big role? And I'm like, you guys are going to be disappointed. He's in
literally
that
20
for
seconds.
5 minutes. Yeah, man.
Literally you see his face for 20 minutes and then everybody explodes.
Like I felt I was like, why did you cast a notable actor?
Right.
In
and
that
like
role?
I like that that really pissed me off, right? Like watching this is like, why you didn't even have to show this nigga's face. Because you don't show any of the others' faces, right? So why are you gonna show this motherfucker's face just so you can
disappoint
blow up the whole entire thing?
Yeah, because
does he even have a line?
He has 2 lines, and I'll be real with you, I didn't even realize as an actor he had this many fans. I mean, he was Joker, and he is the lead, Shameless, but he's also Cal Kestis. He's the main character of the Star Wars games, and those games are awesome. Like, I honestly don't understand why he hasn't gotten his own fucking movie. Like, y'all keep trying to expand Star Wars and this shit. I'm like, Cal's there.
You have the game right here. You have the fucking game right here.
Cal's right there. And Cameron Monaghan's an actor. Like, I think that's the biggest thing about this is like, this is just so badly written. Number one, the direction is so flat that it makes the rest of the movie. I think they have a great cast. And I think had this been Joseph Kosinski with this cast, he would have gotten some really great performances. And as it is now, it's just like everybody's so flat because the director sucks. Like, I'm sorry, like Joaquin, you could tell this is a dude who just took this job. He's like, oh, I get to make a Tron movie? Cool, but has no point of view and no vision like Steve Leisberger did with the first one or Joseph Kosinski did on the second one. And that's wild because Joseph Kosinski, that was his first fucking movie. This is this dude's like, what, 7th, 8th movie?
Yeah, this is a workman's movie, right? This was like I keep on saying, I'll keep back to it. This is a stopgap movie. This is like, oh, we're gonna get the next one right.
Please hire somebody else to make the next one. Look, I don't mind Ares being in the next one, but the next one, y'all gotta bring back Sam. Y'all gotta bring back Cora. Y'all gotta bring back Kevin.
Right.
And like, yo, y'all owe it to Bruce. Like, y'all owe it to Bruce, man. He's the title character, man. Like,
Yeah.
it makes like none of this makes sense. I'll be real with you. Like, just none of this from a story standpoint just makes any fucking logical sense.
But like some of the spectacle on display is awesome. The score is fucking fantastic. The acting, I can see that they are actors doing work.
Yeah,
right?
I will say this. They are doing the best with what they're giving and the
Right.
direction they're giving. Because you can tell Joaquin was just like, yeah, just stand there, deliver your lines. You're going to move this way, and that's it. And I'll be real with you. There's not that much action in this outside of those 2 chase sequences. Like, there's fights, but even the fights are kind of underwhelming, man. Like, you think about the
Right.
fights in the first 2 and like the hand-to-hand final fight that Ares has at the end, I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I do like the concept of the ticking clock, right? I do like the fact that they can only be in the real world for 29 minutes. Right? But it's more of a plot convenience than anything.
Yeah, man. Like, this felt like a half-assed Terminator, quite frankly.
It felt like Legacy felt like Star Wars. This feels like Terminator, Pinocchio, and sort of, I would even give you E.T.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just not fucking with this. I was looking forward to this too because I was like, bro, we're getting a new Tron movie scored by 9 Inch Nails, and that first trailer was hard, and all the coolest shit is in that
is
first
in the trailer. Right? Like everything that you need to see about this movie is in the trailer. See, I wasn't the biggest Tron fan to begin with, so I came in with expectations mitigated. This is still not a great movie, but like I didn't hate it. It didn't exceed my expectations, but my expectations were just like,
So
let's see what they do.
you are in the same boat as every other critic who's given this a positive review, where you were just like, I mean, it's cool to look at, has a great score, and my expectations were low, and that's why I enjoyed it.
Right. Like it was fine. Like it was fine. I'd actually never have to see this again.
I'm going to see this again because all of our colleagues who went to the 3D screening said
I wasn't going to mention that, but
the best. Oh, I'm going to bring it up right now. They said it was the best 3D outside of Avatar. Like, the 3D for this is insane. And watching this, remember when they were doing that opening recap in the grid? I remember leaning over to you and I'm like, this would have been hot
in 3D.
Fucking 3D. Yeah, so when we signed up for the IMAX 3D screenings because there's 2 IMAX screenings, one in 2D, one in 3D. Mind you, I don't understand why they didn't just do both in 3D. Anyways,
right.
The publicist gets there. I know her, the Disney rep. I asked her because our confirmation, it said IMAX 2D. I was like, is this the 2D? Because when we signed up, it was supposed to be 3D. She's like, no, I booked the 3D one at night because I feel like all of you guys in the morning wouldn't want to watch it in 3D. And I'm just like, no, we all signed up because it was 3D. And she was just like, oh, I'm so sorry. She's like, did it say on the? I was like, yeah, on the invite graphic that
on
y'all
the flyer,
made, the graphic that y'all made, it said 3D 10 a.m., 2D 7 p.m. And she's just like, no. She's like, And I had to tell her where I got the invite from. And then the other dude who was in there, he was like, yeah, I got the invite directly from you guys. And it said this. And she's like, she's like, okay, because we had somebody make the graphic. They fucked up. They know exactly who it is. And I'm like, yeah, look, I don't like being a Karen. I don't like people getting fired. But that nigga, he deserves to be fired, bro. Because I don't know how you fucked that up.
I planned my entire day
right
around that shit. If I had known, and like, because they made us sign up for this thing 2 weeks ahead.
Right. And we had 3 days to sign up for it because we had an end of day deadline.
Right. So like, I planned accordingly for the 3D.
Right.
Right. If I had known the 3D was going to be at night, I had 2 weeks to rearrange my plans.
I also would have greatly appreciated that because that means I wouldn't have to had rush out of the theater to the next screening. Like I could have took my sweet ass time going to every screening on Monday instead of running from one to the next. I could have took my sweet time.
Yeah. So I think that was already a strike against this movie.
Oh yeah, because everybody was pissed. It wasn't just me and you. Like people were pissed. Like people were asking, they're like, can we get into the 7 o'clock? And they're just like, we have a few spots left for the 7 o'clock. So we can't like switch everybody over, but we can accommodate a few of you. And I was at a point where I was just like, I have an A-list reservation to see it in IMAX 3D. Right. I'm not waiting in the city all day. I want to go to fuck home. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna end up seeing this in 4DX. Right? I want to see what that like in 3D. But just beyond just having that experience, I got no desire to see this again.
I mean, I'll be real with you guys. The IMAX sequences in this movie are immersive. So if you're going to go see this, see it in IMAX. And from what I'm being told, definitely see it in IMAX 3D. They're doing something rare, Jeff. They're putting this out in Dolby 3D. So if you want to see it in Dolby 3D, you can. Like, definitely see I will say this. Premium format 3D is definitely the way to go because everybody who's seen it in 3D is like, yeah, the 3D is fucking insane.
And I wish maybe this would have been higher on my list if I got to experience that.
Yeah, man. Look.
I got nothing. I got nothing else to because I've already forgotten most of this movie.
I think it's unfortunate. It really is just unfortunate. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, so I mean,
I will come back and I will give you a review of the IMAX 3D version because that's the version we should have saw. But I will say visually, like it's worth if you have any subscription to a theater, whether it's AMC, Regal, Alamo, whatever you got.
Right.
Use one of your reservations and definitely IMAX this because the IMAX is worth it because that IMAX shit was,
it's big.
I'm not going to lie, it's hard. Yeah. It's hard. But just go in knowing you're probably just there for the visuals and the 9 Inch Nails score, and that is it.
You're not there for a story.
Yeah, nah.
Right? You're not there for a story.
Yeah, and that's what bums me out is like, bro, we waited 15 years for a sequel, and you basically just looked at Legacy and was just like, let's throw this shit out and do our own thing. And your own thing is, I mean, Legacy wasn't praised either, but damn, y'all, like there was room to improve is what I'm trying to say. And instead of improving, you did much worse. Like this is a much worse movie than Legacy.
Yeah, I like,
because at least the emotional journey for Sam was there. And you see him go through all these emotions and have an arc.
Look, I was never a big Tron fan. I'm still not a big Tron fan. Maybe the 4th movie will make it better. But like, I hate the fact that I have to wait for a 4th movie to like enjoy this.
But that and my final point before we get out of here is this movie is indicative of the problem with Disney in that you guys are making movies that are just trying to please everybody and it's so fucking boring and so basic because it has no personality, from the script, from the actors giving the performances, to even the director. Like, no directorial voice whatsoever. That is just so fucking, it feels like a product from a corporation, and that's
It
Disney's
is.
biggest problem right now. Because I could tell you where this comes from. This is the Last Jedi effect, where we had in our tour, they came in, they gave us a distinct movie with a distinct voice and a distinct vision, and because the internet is so loud and obnoxious about it, even still to this day won't shut the fuck up about it. Ever since then, everything across the board has just been so fucking bland. Like, I will give props for Marvel for finding unique voices that had a point of view for Thunderbolts and had a point of view for Fantastic Four. I'm surprised those movies are what they are, quite frankly.
Right.
Because everything else from the house of Mouse, the Mouse House, has been just so bland and flavorless.
It's oatmeal.
Yeah, it's like eating boiled chicken.
You'll
That's
eat
why I
it.
like watching that trailer for Mandalorian Grogu. I'm like, y'all made a feature length version of the TV show. And
I still
if
have
this
not
is
watched that trailer because I've got no interest in going to a fucking movie theater for something that I should be watching
on Disney Plus.
On Disney Plus.
Yeah, man. Like, none of this has any fucking voice, man. And that's the problem with Disney right now. Is like, y'all, what Warner Brothers is doing and why they are making money is because they are hiring people who have a vision to make movies and give us something that, like, hey, you've never seen this before. It might not connect now, but years later, people will be talking about this. That's why they've been, even Final Destination has more style and point of view and better performances than Tron Ares. I don't know how the fuck that happens.
Well, it's because Disney is making commercials for their merch, right? Like Ares is a commercial for the new 9 Inch Nails album and for whatever Tron linked video game that's going to drop on mobile.
Oh, dog, you know I'll say that. The Legacy, they had a Tron video game for PlayStation 3. That shit was hard. They had even Legacy had an animated show that they canceled after one season. That animated show, top to bottom, stacked. Like, they had Elijah Wood, Mandy Moore, Emmanuel Cricky, fucking mad people were in that show, and that was a good ass show, and they canceled it.
Yeah, so like Disney makes commercials so you can go to Walmart and buy the associated product.
Yeah, but my thing is, I have not seen any Tron merch. How are they going to capitalize off of this? Because Legacy, they had everything, man. They had toys, games, merch, fucking albums, everything. They, like, I don't know what merch they have for Ares, if there is any.
Yeah, you're right. I've been like, I haven't really been keeping up on it, so I don't really. It could be out there, right? But I haven't really investigated because I'm not invested in this shit at all.
Yeah, like, it sucks that we got a big budget direct to video sequel in theaters.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that sums it up right there. It is definitely a red box fucking Friday night rental. Quality.
Wild. Somebody we work with though says this is top 10 of the year. I'm like, that's fucking.
Look, it's not even top 10 of the week, right? Like,
yeah,
how do you put this in your top 10?
And he sees more movies than us because he works at a major outlet. I'm like, dude, you work at a major outlet and you're trying to tell me everything we saw this year. Get the fuck out of here.
Like, how many movies did Warner put out this year? What, 6?
Like around 8, 10. And
right,
they've had Mickey 17. Even, you know what? Minecraft is better than this. Like, the Minecraft movie's better than this,
like,
dog.
Everything that Warner has put out this year, right? That takes up that, like, all of them have been bangers. that takes up your top 10 right there.
And yo, listen, you know me, I'm a Final Destination junkie. I love that
Right.
series. I'm not putting that shit in my top 10. Like, let's be real, y'all. Like, come on, man. Like, will it be in my top 15? Probably, but like, damn, man. Damn.
Yeah, look, like we said before, right? I'm not going to deny them their enjoyment, right? But I'm also going to be like, okay, you enjoyed it, but there's no way that you think this is a good movie, right? Like, this is not top 10, right? Like, it might be in your top 10 of things that you enjoyed, but it is not top 10 of movies that came out this year.
Dude, even the blockbusters this year have been better. Like, the only 2 blockbusters off the top of my head, or 3 blockbusters off the top of my head that would be under this are How to Train Your Dragon, because that's just fucking lazy. Lilo and Stitch, and
which is another lazy,
and Mission Impossible. Those are the only 3 that are under Tron Ares.
Honestly, I liked him better than Tron.
Yeah, man.
Right?
I forgot that person gave him a shit review.
So I know who this person. Like, I know who they are in their soul, and I don't want to know that person.
So,
but yeah. So Tron, it's not horrible, but it is not fucking good, and it should not be getting the burn like that it's getting. Watch it for the spectacle. Watch it in 3D. Watch it in 40x. Watch it
in IMAX.
Right. Watch it for the experience of watching it in a cool way.
Right. I'm not going to, I will say this. As much as I don't like this, I would encourage you to see it in the theater, because again, on an IMAX screen, especially since half of this movie is in IMAX, like this movie's 2 hours, a whole ass hour is in that IMAX format. Definitely go see it. And even if you don't have an IMAX near you, see it in Dolby 3D, see it in 3D, period. But like, because this is meant to be seen big, but then once you've seen it, you're going to be like, okay, cool. And that's it.
And I want to see it in 40x, because I know that light cycle sequence in 40x is going to be fucking amazing.
I would definitely see it in 40x if I like the movie more, but right now I don't want to waste $30.
No, and I get you. I 100%
like me doing an A-list reservation to see this in IMAX. You know what I mean? Right. There's no sweat off my back. Like, put it to you this way: I'm not even seeing this at Lincoln Square. I'm seeing it right around the corner at our local Neshaminy IMAX and IMAX 3D there, because
40x is the only reason I was able to enjoy any of Twisters, right? And so I think I'm going to get the same thing, because I hated Twisters, but I loved seeing it in 40x because it was like going to an amusement park.
And that movie should not be like that,
right? So like, that's the only reason I'm going to pay the $30, because it's going to be like going on a ride.
All right, well, that is episode 182.
We're the Film Blurs. I'm Brandon Norwood, and I'm the motherfucking protagonist.
I'm the protagonist.
I'm Jeff Stewart, a.k.a. He Who Remains.
Don't come at us. It's just fucking movies.
You've been listening to the Film Blurs podcast.
Man, I just love what you guys do, man.
I never miss an episode. It's the best. It's my favorite podcast.
Follow Jeff on IG on MindFireXL and Brandon on Twitter at BJN Tweets.